What about other assets? Okay, you may ask, okay, if I don't put into the investment portfolio, is there other assets? Well, there are typically two other common assets. Okay, just for illustration purpose, we use the bank deposits. Okay, because sometimes the person may not be familiar with investments, and they'll just be very comfortable saving in the bank or putting money into endowment insurance policies. So what would it be like if you put the money into these assets, instruments? So same example, okay, the goal 643, by now I think we are very familiar, all right. Let's say the bank deposits, it gives about 2%. Well, you may say, well, right now the interest rate is very high. The T-bill is about 3.7%. Okay, but here we are talking about long term, 8 years, 13 years. Okay, it's unlikely that you can get 3-4% bank interest for the next 8 or 13 years. Is quite unlikely. So we use a long-term average of 2%. Okay, so with the same resources that you put into the investments just now, and put into the bank deposits at 2%, this is what is a projected value versus the goal. This is the goal. The goal is this. So there's a shortfall. Likewise for the boy, same shortfall. Well, because the return is smaller. So in total, $643,000 as the goal. The outcome shaving through the bank deposits is $504,000. That is below the goal. All right, the target. How about for endowment policies? Typical endowment policies for 8 to 13 years, we use about 3.2% projected returns. It comprises of guarantee and non-guarantee. Okay, so likewise with the same amount of resources put in, the projected return, you see here 105, now it's 115, is higher, but nonetheless there's a shortfall. Same for the boy. This will be the amount. So 643 is the goal. To the bank is 504. Through the endowment policy is 522. Okay. So why do we not recommend the endowment policies or the bank deposits? I mean, these are, and one of the key reasons is because of the risk profile. Because we assess from the risk profile of the client, he is moderate to high. He's able to take the risk. He's able to stay through the investments, and he needs the high returns. And therefore, an investment portfolio might be more suitable for him. Okay, this will work well, but he's not able to hit the target. But if this is the instrument of choice, then what you need to do is to put in more money. How much more? For the bank deposits, you probably need to put in about $133,000 more. Okay, so in total, the capital to put in will be 562 instead of 432. You need to put in more by 130,000. If you go through the deep fixed bank deposit route for investments, the increase will be $78,000 in order to reach the same goal. All right. Okay, so that is the first scenario, different instrument. What about the second scenario? What happens if, well, you say, Eddie, I'm okay to invest, but can I delay? Can I start later, 1 year, 2 years later, and then 1 or 2 years later, then we are ready to start the plan. Okay, so what if I start later? Okay, so the thing about starting later for children education is this: while you can start later, but the end date for the children is fixed. Okay, when you start later, basically means the runway is becoming shorter and shorter. And then what it means is basically it means that you need to put in more money. So in this graph, it just illustrates the case. The goal is 643 because there's a fixed time in the future. All right. Right now, if you start straight away this year, okay, I can't draw. It's $432,000. Okay, but if you delay by 1 year, what it means that in total, the amount of money that you put in will have to increase from 432 to 480. And if you delay 5 years, this amount will only increase to 541. So basically, Delaying will make it harder because basically you need to put in more to achieve the same goal.